I'm Barry Weissler, and along with my wife Fran, who's sitting right there in that black and white attire, we produce theater, and we've been doing it for a number of years. And lo and behold, Mr. John Breglio, our star tonight, was indeed our attorney years ago. So we know each other quite well on a personal level and on a business level. And I really took great joy in reading this, John. It is the most informative book on theater I've ever read.
Well, you don't need to be told this, but oh, Fran.
But what prompted you to write this?
Well, Barry, as you know, there really isn't anything written about producing on Broadway. And it bothered me for many years, and I'm sure you go through this too. You go to cocktail parties and whatever, and people say, what does a producer do? You know, I've asked that question for years, even when I was practicing. And so many people sort of have a stereotypical view, you know, some like from the producers, you know, big fat guy with a stogie, you know, who is
Plays the game.
Yeah, and then they have a casting couch and whatever, and that's the end of it. And they raise money and cheat everybody. But you know, producer does so much. I mean, without a producer, there could never be a successful play or musical. A producer does it all, has to do it all. And he or she's the only one who brings all the elements together, acquires the rights, ultimately does have to raise the money, ultimately has to find the theater, has to find all the writers and the designers and the staff and publicity and marketing and advertising. It is a full-time, incredibly difficult job. And so I really wanted to write something that hasn't been written, I think, up to now, so people could have an appreciation of what a professional producer does. And even more than that, I wanted people to know that it isn't a job that only comes with a checkbook. In fact, I think you might agree with me, Barry, that that's almost the least important thing, because if you're a really good producer and you have a good product, you should be able to raise that money. You shouldn't have to necessarily put it up yourself. And that kind of education of the public, I think, has never happened before. So I knew I could write that because I've observed so many really good producers and bad producers, right? We know that. And I interspersed that narrative with experiences from my career, from people I've observed, and real life backstage stories, because I didn't want it to be a sort of a dry recitation of how to produce a musical without some really nice backstage stories.
Yeah.